insulated lamp out of the closet, so hopefully I won't be quite so dark
I was
this
gonna say
time.
you actually look pretty brightened up today, so that's kind of nice. Hi Twitch,
Hi, Twitch.
you're here with
Yeah,
us.
Patreon is not loading for me either.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hopefully
Patreon.
it'll be up again by before we need it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping too.
If not, I believe was it Minus who submitted a question, or
I can't remember who it was because I didn't
if
get the
you
chance to look at it.
if you submitted a question to us via Patreon, let us know and possibly let us know what it is because
Because we can't
Patreon is not
check.
letting us in.
Because we don't know.
Well, they're working. They've got maintenance.
Yeah,
So
there's a little cute little fox. It's gonna be fine.
not like it's exclusive to us. Patreon is just being
What the hell? I received a friend request on Mario Run.
There you go.
All right, is
That's out
everybody
of left
recording
field.
so we can sync up?
Yes.
All right. We are going to sync in. Steve is not here, the Brianosaurus, and I'm sorry. He had to take a personal day because he didn't have a good day, and that's fine. So we're going to sync up hosts in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name is Slim Shady.
Marshall, where are you at?
I'm 12.
I almost wrote Marshall. Lucas, you wrote you said 212?
You got nobody but yourself to blame for that one.
112, yeah, right. Justin, where are you at?
I actually wasn't looking. About 7:25-ish.
I'll take it. All right. Are we ready to go, kids? To start the music
Mario
and start the
is.
show?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, let me mute my phone, actually. Good call, because I don't think I did that. Okay, I'm going to start the music, and I'm going to bring us in. Here we go.
Wait. Are you gonna bring us in? Or am I gonna bring us in?
I thought that was next week. Well, you can bring
Is it? I don't know. I'm cool with whatever.
If you want to do it this week, if you're prepared, let's do it.
It's from Andy. Hi, Andy.
So you'll you want to bring us in then?
No, let's do mine next week.
Okay, sounds good. We'll save it.
We may as well do it when we're all here.
He's not gonna be here next week.
Yep, Steve's in Arizona somewhere. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Show start. Making my notes. Oh wait, let me move you guys into the middle so I'm looking at the center of the camera. Perfect. Okay, here we go. I'm muting myself. Starting the music. Did you know that Infendo Radio is supported by viewers like you? You can go to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and throw us a few bones.
If Mario and Luigi were to do a podcast, it might sound something like this. Infendo Radio is on now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. This is episode number 481st. This is the 20th of February. We're Steveless, but we're still here in full force in spirit because don't worry, he's going to be talking to us soon in one of them voice bumpers in the beginning of the thing. So yeah, how the heck are you doing tonight, Justin? I like your shirt.
Thank you. I can't remember whether I wore this shirt last week, but I had to change the shirt that I was wearing. So
I did too because my green screen did not like it. Lucas, when was the last time you changed your shirt?
I want to see headless Eugene or floating head Eugene.
Lucas, how are you liking your shirt? Is it fine? Are we doing all right here?
Fine and dandy. That was the weakest thing you could have possibly given me because I have nothing to say now. My shirt is exactly like all of my other shirts, Eugene.
I hope one of our bumpers uses the secret name entry music
Oh, actually, I think it might. We'll find out here later on. But before we get that far, let's kind of tell you what we got going on for this week's show because it's a doozy. So we're gonna spin the wheel of Infendo, and we're gonna decide what we're gonna be discussing for tonight's roundtable, which should be exciting. We are also going to be playing Weird Game Descriptions hosted by myself. So if you want to, catch up on Infendo and everything we're doing, go to infendo.com. Make sure you join our Discord, do all the things. All right, well, we're going to be right back. Oh, God. Hold on, I'm going to put us on break on Twitch. We'll be right back, Twitch. We love you.
Don't do nothing. We'll be back.
And we. I might need to do some preparation H.
I'll be the only one that can see the wheel unless you open up Twitch, but because it'll be live there.
Because every time I do that, something goes horribly, horribly wrong.
Yeah, Lucas, you're very up close and personal here.
I mean, as much as usual.
All right, well then I'm going
to. You're the right color.
I'm going to spin the wheel for us here and bring us back to Twitch, and then we'll do the music and all the things. So here we go. Here comes Twitch. Oh God, this is gonna be terrifying. Hi Twitch, I'm sorry. We're back. Here comes the music, which I didn't level out first. Okay. It's gonna be okay. Here we go. Playing the music.
It's usually fine.
You don't believe me anymore?
No.
Which game are we playing? We're doing the wheel. All right. Oh, here's Steve. He's gonna be here in spirit, guys.
In spirit tracks.
Do you have what it takes to join the garbage truck that is Infendo Radio? Head on over to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and join our Patreon today.
All right, we're back. So this is going to be a new segment for y'all this week. We actually had a little wheel that we're going to be spinning. If you're on Twitch.tv, if you're listening to us on on the podcast, I guess that's not going to help you out very much. But we'll tell you what's going on. So yeah, we've got a few topics here, 5 in total, and we're going to spin that wheel here right now. So let's go. Let's find out what we're going to be talking about tonight.
I hear it. I hear the wheel.
All right, so
I'm not
we're gonna
seeing anything though.
We're gonna be talking about the. Oh wait, I didn't. Hold on. I didn't put it live on Twitch. We're gonna try that again.
I was gonna say it's nothing's changing on Twitch.
All right, we're gonna spin it one more time. Here we go. Let's see what
is.
we're gonna be talking about. All right, so it's going to be Most Wanted Warriors game. Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Where's Steve at when you need this?
Oh,
when you need him?
Steve, you picked a bad week not to be on the show, buddy.
Right? So does anybody want to take first about like what your Most Wanted Warriors game might be?
I feel like I need a minute to think it out.
Yeah, I'm really glad we didn't get the top 5 kart racers. I don't know if I could have thought of 5 things off the cuff.
Right?
Let's see.
Well, this makes it hard, right? The Wheel of Fendo like makes you like really think. Okay, I thought of one kind of right away. I don't know if it would work, but how about Pikmin? Like a Pikmin Warriors type game.
Interesting. Cool. So, well, why don't we? Are we officially starting, or are we going to have a moment to?
No, I think we're starting this.
Oh, okay.
Eugene,
I thought Eugene was going to edit out our awkwardness, but okay.
The show, Eugene. While we're thinking this through, tell us a little bit about how this game would play out.
What I'm wondering is, are you? Like, is the camera following Olimar, or is the camera following one of the Pikmin on the ground? And
the camera following 100 Pikmin.
Yeah, so here's the way that I think it would play out. So, like, you know how in the Warriors games you could switch between your heroes or whatever? So, like, I see it being like there's the different Pikmin colors, and then you have your hero of each of the Pikmin colors, maybe like, one with a full flower or whatever. And, it switches around or whatever. But, like, you can pick your hero color, like the reds, and then you can go attack the things, right? I don't know how it would work to command your army if you want to get like reds and blues, but I'm not a game designer. I don't know. That's for the Nintendo to figure out.
Maybe you could have like multiple captains because you've
Oh,
got
okay.
all the captains
Yeah.
from 3. You got Olimar, Louis, the president. So you've got enough characters, and you could assign each captain a particular color. So then you switch like Hyrule Warrior style between like red, blue, that kind of stuff. I could see something like that working. Plus, you've got enough generic enemy types you could fight to make that actually interesting.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because there's just a whole slew of enemies in freaking the Pikmin games too.
I have mine, but I think everyone's gonna be mad at me because it's not a Nintendo series.
Go for it, because I'm just thinking, are we limited to Nintendo series?
Well, we aren't now because I'm going with this. And it's mostly because these are the only games I've put any time into in the last month. But I would like Persona Warriors.
Ooh, okay. Persona Warriors. Yeah.
There are a slew of characters, like unique characters with unique abilities in every game. There are generic enemy types you could put in from all 3 different games to like kind of round out those numbers of random enemies to fight. The Persona series is no stranger to bizarre spin-off games. They've got 2D fighters. They've got a dancing rhythm game. They've got like Etrian Odyssey style dungeon crawler RPGs. So I think it would be right up their alley. And I think with how popular everything is, since Joker for Smash and all that stuff, I think it's a good fit. So
it's crazy to me how
I was afraid it was going to be Sonic Warriors.
It's crazy to me how and I've never played the Persona series with Joker, but like he's getting me so hyped, like, and I just want to play that game just because of that one character.
That's how it worked for me, man. I'm telling you, I think it's a prime opportunity for it. Like, as I'm talking about it, like, you've got like each game has probably about 8 or 9 characters in like the party that you can switch between. Right there, you've got a roster of 30 to 40 characters you could put in your game, and you've got a Warriors game. So I would relish that opportunity to play that game. Give me that.
And since I've never played any Atlas RPG of any franchise or sub-franchise, I got nothing to say on that. I actually have 2 answers. One, we're really gonna hit the timer on this one, aren't we? One of them's gonna be a Nintendo franchise, and one of them's going to be a non-Nintendo franchise.
All right.
So the Nintendo franchise, I'm going with Metroid, and I figure you would play as a bounty hunter other than Samus, because Samus is already pretty well known for using projectiles. And projectiles and warriors don't really go well together. You need melee combat. So maybe you fight alongside Samus, but you would play as another bounty hunter that uses melee. And there are so many different types of creatures and enemies and space pirates and bosses and mini bosses and whatnot in the Metroid series. I'm sure they could flesh that out into a pretty decent sized Warriors game.
I like that, actually. I would definitely get down with a Metroid game like that. And then you could even, if you wanted to, because that's what they do, they would go deep into the Metroid lore, right? So like grab like the Metroid Prime Hunters, like grab those characters as playable, like
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, of course, after I say that, I realize that one of the defining characteristics of the Warriors games is the multiple playable characters and how they all play differently and unlock and everything. So I guess you'd have to be able to play as Samus eventually, but maybe like during the first playthrough of the single player campaign, you play as this character, and then as you unlock more characters, you can do. I don't know. I'm leaving that up to the people who are going to make my idea into a reality.
In Warriors Orochi 3, there's this whole mechanic about like going back in time. So like you'll play through a level once and you'll like go back in time and you'll do it and like change things. That's so real quick. So one of the cool mechanics you could do with that in a Metroid Warriors is as you unlock new weapons throughout the game, you could go back and kind of like Metroid style, you got the missiles. Now you can blow open this area to go to a different part of the map and
Right.
that kind of thing. So.
And I was also just thinking a great way to be able to play as Samus in the single player game is play as Zero Suit Samus, who has that whip thing on her gun.
Yep.
So.
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, because then you can. Yeah, you're right. And then maybe even if you were gonna play as Samus, you can have like the virus suit Samus, and then like all the different suits and stuff like that too. That's cool.
That could be interesting.
But the first thing that came to mind, especially after Lucas kind of
open the floodgates.
Busted the Nintendo cherry. Was Final Fantasy Warriors. There is so much lore and so many characters and so many stories and everything that they could do with Final Fantasy. Plus, like Final Fantasy has occasionally delved into genres other than turn-based RPG. So this wouldn't be too far out of their wheelhouse, but even though I'm not like really deeply into the Final Fantasy franchise, I would probably play a Final Fantasy Warriors, and
the character base is definitely there,
right? I mean, you could have like one level or one like sub-series of levels that basically follows each of the 15 stories, and you play as the main character from that, with your, of course, partners being your partners from the game, and then you can unlock the partners from the game and play as them, and unlocks NPCs and
you're making me want my Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles like bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when is that coming out? Let's talk about that, man. When are we getting back in? So as you were talking about that, I was thinking an interesting idea might be something akin to like a Kingdom Hearts Warriors.
That was the first thing I thought of.
Because you could do like the mainstays, like you could have all the Kingdom Hearts original characters. You could probably throw in like one or two Final Fantasy characters for good measure. But the sheer possibility of like Disney characters in that, being able to go to like different Disney locales and possibly play as like, Aladdin teamed up with the genie, or Elsa, or whoever else you want from like Disney lore.
I like that.
That would be a great.
I mean, the main reason I didn't go with Kingdom Hearts Warriors is because Kingdom Hearts, like at least the main games, already have an action-based combat system anyway, so it wouldn't be too much of a stretch.
Yeah, but you kind of argue the same thing about The Legend of Zelda, and I mean,
no, that's true.
It did translate over really well into a Warriors game, so I could still.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hell, if Kingdom Hearts played more like Legend of Zelda or more like, a Muso game, I might actually play them. But
yeah, hear ya.
We've all come up with two. You need to come up with another one.
I was just gonna say.
Your background when you do it.
Yeah, right. I'm still kind of thinking in the Nintendo franchises, but if we're not going Nintendo franchises, I have one already. So have you guys ever played a little game called Dark Souls before?
Oh my god.
Never heard of it. Tell us more, Eugene.
I think Dark Souls Warriors could work. There's a lot of cool characters in the Dark Souls universe. Like you can play against like Smog and stuff like that. I can see that being a really cool Warriors type battle.
The dragon from
the
dragon from The Hobbit. I do remember.
I was gonna say, wouldn't Captain N Warriors be fighting against Smog?
Oh god.
Captain Planet Warriors. God, have fucked up that joke.
Oh, okay. I got one.
Warriors.
I've got one. A Marvel Warriors game. How would that?
Like to congratulate us all for not coming up with Nintendo Warriors, because that would be kind of generic to have thrown out. Us,
Smash Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, I'd play it. Obviously, I would love a game that just has like all the Nintendo characters in it. But that's the thing.
Yeah, that would be actually cool if they just added that into like a mode in Smash Brothers or something. Like, come on, Sakurai, you haven't done that game's not big enough. Let's just
Hey,
add
come
another
on.
mode.
Give us our Smash
Yes,
Battle
let's-
Royale already.
Everybody harass
100.
Sakurai on Twitter about this because you know she loves that.
Yeah, I feel as if, honestly, this is more of a Steve topic, so I'm really sad that he's not here for this. But what are you gonna do? Can you guys think of any other Warriors games that you're just dying to have off the top of your head?
You know, I had thought of one and it left me. So
I've thought of many in my time, but they've all come and gone. And honestly, I think Persona Warriors is the one I want the most, so I'm okay with that.
I think
I mean,
if anything, it would be like kind of like you and Justin said, like either a Nintendo Warriors or like take like maybe a Capcom Warriors or
Honestly,
a Konami Warriors or something like that.
I would kind of be down for just like a Mario Warriors that just pulls from some like obscure Mario games, like the RPGs.
Yeah.
Like I would
Right.
love to have like Gino and Mallow, and maybe like Fawful
Okay.
and Canada and stuff, like something like that. I feel like the RPG games don't get enough like canon material. Like they're not in the kart racers, they're not in Smash, they're not, they just kind of get like they're their own separate things and they're kind of tossed to the wind. I would love to see them get a little more representation in something like that. So
well, I know like the Square characters are still kind of a little hard to get their hands on, but yeah, like you said, there's all the intelligent system characters. There's all the
the Paper Mario
Dream whatever.
partners,
That would be intelligent systems.
Yeah,
What's
there's a lot of
the
stuff.
dream something or whatever makes the Mario and Luigi? Can't remember. Anyway,
I don't remember their names either. Well, yeah, I think that we've kind of spent our topics here, our time here with Warriors. Maybe we'll give Steve a little bit of a time next week to discuss what he would like. But
I'm just gonna throw this out here. Tweet at us
yeah,
at Infendo Radio and tell us what you want.
what's our Twitter or what's our hashtag this week? Wheel of Fendo.
yeah, you
Sure.
can. You can use just at Infendo, just at us, and then we'll get back at you.
I would actually
will-
like to know what some of our listeners want because I feel like this is an endless topic that I really wish Steve was here for. But
Right. So, all right. Well, we are going to take a little break, and then we'll be back on the other side with another new segment. Well, no, I guess it's not new. We've done it once before, but we'll be back with Weird Game Descriptions, hosted by me. Hi, Twitch. We're back. I'm going to make a note in my Audacity.
Guess who's back? It's us. We're back.
Back again.
No, just it's
Infendo's
us.
back. Tell a friend.
No,
Come on, you could have
don't do
totally
any of that.
played off of your Eminem reference earlier.
I know, that's why it was a pull and then a takeaway one. It was one of those like,
You pulled out at the last second?
God.
Exactly.
I'm starting the music. Here we go.
Do you like to read our opinions on new and upcoming games? Would you like to share yours too? Email at us at tips@infendo.com and maybe we can send a review code to you.
I love that. Email at us.
We're back. We're here to play a game for y'all today. We have a new one, somewhat new. Steve hosted it last time. This one's called Weird Game Descriptions. So how it's going to work is I have a bunch of games in front of me, and these fine gentlemen are going to try and guess the price of those games. So
This is going to be bizarre because there's only two of us, so
Right.
one person's always going to have the advantage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
it's going to be tricky.
So we'll alternate back and forth between Lucas and Justin guessing the price after reading this description. So I picked kind of a mix of hard ones and what I think will be easy ones, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Cool.
All right, so I'm going to read the first paragraph of our first game. Inspired by a classic game from the golden age of arcades, blank allows you to bring up to 3 more friends in a co-op game. Sorry, I got confused. Or take control of the monsters in PvP and prevent the other team from stealing all the gold from the castle. The story. Lured by rumors of untold treasures in an abandoned castle, you stumble upon a secret tunnel some prisoners use to escape from its dungeon. Your quest is to find the fabled blank, because it's in the title, a magic artifact of limitless power. All right, what you guys think? Give me your price, Lucas. You're first.
I'm going to say that this game...
Oh, wait, should I give you the name of the game? I don't know if that's a thing. No, I'll give that to you guys afterwards, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say that this game retails for $7.99.
Okay.
I'm going to go a little bit more ambitious and go with $9.99.
Interesting.
Okay, all right. So, if we were playing by Price is Right rules, nobody wins. But since we're not, well, actually, we are playing by Price is Right rules, aren't we?
We are playing by Price is Right rules.
Then I win. So, but here's the thing: it's on sale right now. So if it wasn't on sale, Justin would have won. So,
I think if we're going by Price is Right rules, it's the actual retail price,
which would include the sale price. All right. Well, then this game. Nobody gets a point this week.
No. The actual retail price.
Yeah, actual retail price. We don't consider the sales.
So
okay. All right. Well, Justin gets a point. This
Okay.
game is on sale this week for $4.99. It actually retails for $9.99. It is titled Quest for the Golden Duck. Never heard of it.
Interesting.
Well done, sir.
All right.
Hang
So
on,
this.
Let me get my ting.
Okay.
Ting.
No, that was weak. Hang on a second.
So this next game is oh, that's better. That's what I like, Justin.
Well done.
This next game is a little bit more well, maybe you've heard of it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe a little bit more recognizable. So, I'm going to read probably just the first 2 paragraphs. This one has a lengthy description. Thank you very much.
Putting us through that.
Get off the couch and get moving with this fun boxing-based rhythmic exercises set to the instrumental beats of songs by popular artists. You can personalize your workouts by selecting from different fitness goals. Lucas is busting out the seams right now. Train your way whether you're on your own, with a friend, at home, or on the go. Now you can go work out anytime, anywhere on the Nintendo Switch system.
So here's what's frustrating. I know exactly what this game is, but I have no idea what it sells for.
That's kind of what I was figuring. I figured you guys would know what this is, but you don't know the price of it. So can you name the price?
All right. Lucas went first last time, so I want to go first this time.
Yep.
And if I know what this is, I'm going to go with 1999.
Okay. All right. Justin is locked in at 1999. What does Lucas want to do?
I always thought that this game was a $39.99 game, so that's what I'm going with, and I'm hoping that fitness boxing goes for $39.99.
Okay, so I'm gonna add in my own house rule into this game. If you guys get the exact retail price, you get an extra half point. So as such, Justin got the first extra half point.
Woohoo!
For $9.99. Unfortunately, Lucas, you did not get the half point on this one. It is fitness boxing, however, but it retails for $49.99.
Close enough. I'll take my point.
Yep. All right. Moving on to our next title.
Wait, I got half a point for the last one.
Yeah, because you got it right.
Okay.
That's
I thought I'm supposed to get a $100 bill if I get the exact amount.
Well, that's what $100 bill is worth in an Infendo world. A half a point. You walk around with that half a point.
I like the prices right better.
I can buy an oil change for my imaginary car because no one in Infendo drives.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So I'm going to go with our next title and read it for you now. This game, I want to tell you, released on Valentine's Day. I don't know why that's important, but it is. All right. The headline is, Set your own checkpoints in this challenging platformer. Blank is a reductive, platforming game with a retro aesthetic and a focus on challenging difficulty. It has a custom respawn system, 16 levels, 12-track original soundtrack, and competitive scoring. I'm going to read the last paragraph because this might help you out just a bit. Beyond the visual aesthetic, this challenging level design, and the abundance of features, there is a fantastic soundtrack composed by James Bennett, which brings the simple three-color atmospheres to life.
Got it. Okay, I wasn't sure. There's no way in hell this game sells for more than $5. But I wasn't sure if this was like a $2 game. But once they said that they had a composer that they named, I knew that they were invested in the game. It's a big game, which is why this game sells for exactly $4.99. Okay.
All right. Fair enough. What do you think it retails for, Justin?
I don't know. Once again, I want to say that the description sounds more ambitious than a shovelware game, but they like to make them sound ambitious so that they don't look like shovelware. So I'm gonna play it safe and go under what I want to pick and go with $7.99.
Interesting. Eugene, actual retail value.
Well, this game, titled Love, released on Valentine's Day.
Oh my.
This one retails for $2.99.
Oh, shit. I should have gone with my instinct.
The composer got you, didn't it?
I will be right back. Let me give Lucas his point.
Okay, that's fine. We'll take a little break here. We'll stay on the Twitch now.
Just for a minute.
Okay, so wait, can we just like we've said Price is Right rules, but can we just do close to the pin this time since it's just the two of us? Because he just gave me a point. Like,
oh yeah,
can we
because
just make that a thing.
Yeah, sure. Those rules will now apply. That's fine.
If there were three of us, then I guess it would be more fitting. But since there's only two of us, like I feel like this is just gonna keep happening. So
sure. So do we then go retro and then give the point?
Well,
to...
everybody else has gotten points before.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay.
Because Justin got it perfect, and then I got it. So, Justin, we've decided since you just gave me a point, we're just going to do closest to the pin because there's only two of us, and otherwise we're going to keep going over. So
yeah, Price is Right rules will not.
Oh. Well,
it's fine.
I mean, I can take the point away.
So. No, it's fine. And since it's just the two of us anyway, or the two of you rather, anyways, I think that's going to be more fair. So
points are a lot like traffic tickets in that once they're given, they cannot be returned.
All right, hold on. Let me make a note in my Audacity.
I will take my ill-gotten points and run with it.
All right.
So is the score still 2-1 then? Are there
Yep.
any changes to
The score
okay.
is 2-1.5.
Yeah.
Matt.
Mm-hmm.
2-1. I can't do half points on this.
Well, you're going to have to remember because that half point is very important. It could very well save your life at the end of this game.
All right.
Foreshadowing.
So now we are going to move on to our next title. I think this one is going to be another one you guys are going to recognize, but are you going to recognize the price of this game?
Are we going to recognize the price? That is the question.
All right. So this game. Oh, I'm not going to read you the headline. I think that's going to give you too much.
Every puzzle has
Too
a
much.
solution.
All right, so experience the adventure once again with characters and pre-rendered movies featured in high definition, as well as a new booster system with a selection of various modes such as high speed or no encounters. Should I give you more? I'm going to give.
Oh, you sound like you're about to give us more, but I think I'm ready.
I'm gonna give you just a little bit more, just a taste. Meeting unforgettable characters like blank and blank. Along the way, they learn about themselves, the secrets of the crystal, and a malevolent force that threatens to destroy their world.
I'm supposed to know what this game is?
All right, so I get to go first?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I guess so.
$20.99.
Lucas?
Is this game? Ooh, he knows this. He is a confident young lad. I am going to hedge my bets and hope that you're wrong, and I am going to go with $20.98.
Okay. All right. Justin gets the point. He gets the extra half point. This game is Final Fantasy IX, and it retails for $20.99.
I'll be honest, Eugene. You shot yourself in the foot when you read the word crystal out loud.
I still didn't know what it was.
Oh, very well. So you got 2 points technically on your thing with that one because your half point plays.
Now Justin's
Right.
up.
So
Got three.
I am now ahead of Lucas.
Well done. I told you, sir, that half point would come in handy.
All right. We are going to move
I'd
on.
rather have $100.
We're going to move on to our next game. And I will read you that description right now. All right. Buddy up or go it alone as you cook up a storm, chopping, steaming, and frying your way through dynamic and outright crazy levels. Now with online multiplayer for up to 4 chefs. There is no such thing as too many cooks, and the stakes have never been higher. Get it? The stakes. As you prepare to save the Onion Kingdom. All right, what is the retail price, Lucas?
So I'd like to point out that this game is overcooked too. What I don't know is how much this game is worth. I have a rough idea of how much this game is worth, but
hopefully I have an exact idea.
I'm afraid Justin knows exactly what it's worth. I'm going to assume
Okay.
that this is a $14.99 game.
Okay.
I'm wait for Justin to stab me in the heart. Spot on.
I believe this is a full. Is Eugene still with us?
I'm here.
He's still with us.
Okay, had an itch. I'm going to assume. I assume that this is a full retail game because I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to go out on a limb and say $39.99.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, you tried to stab Lucas in the heart, but you swung and missed because it was $24.99. So I think that puts Lucas closer. What did you guess? $19.99?
I guess $14.99.
Oh God, we gotta do math. $10.
He's still closer.
Okay.
Basically, 15 is 10 away, and 40 is 15 away. So
Thank God for maths.
Lucas earns the point.
Well,
Very nice.
now that I know it's not $40, I might actually put that in my wish list because
I haven't played.
This game helps people make decisions.
I-
Informative podcast.
I want to say Guillaume from Nintendo World Report has been playing tons of this game, and absolutely raves about it. So.
Yeah, and see, I haven't played this one in particular, but I played the original, and I really love it. And then this one with the multiplayer aspect, it should be really killer. So, like, yeah,
Whoa.
Get it.
Whoa, the fourth wall came down there for a second.
I know, sorry. All right, so here is your next title. I think this one might give a slight advantage to one of y'all, but let's find out.
Sonic is a blue hedgehog.
Re-experience the critically acclaimed and genre-defining game that started it all. Beautifully remastered, returned to Lordran in stunning detail. Includes the main game plus the Atros of the Abyss
Stop
DLC.
right there, my friend.
I'm going to read one more sentence. Delve into the epic dark fantasy universe stricken by decline and the curse. Explore its intricate world design full of hidden passages, dungeons, and secrets, and uncover its deeply rooted lore. All right.
That's exactly what this is, but I don't get to guess first, do I?
No, you don't. And perhaps next time leave out the proper nouns. Anything that's capitalized, don't say.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that, and I apologize. But
You said crystal a while ago.
But
nonetheless,
in
yeah.
all fairness, I did get an extra half a point for crystals. I have no peeking clue what the hell this game is, so I don't know. All right, quick question. Are these games... these games aren't necessarily download only, correct? They're just
correct.
Available
They're just on the eShop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna go full out and say this is a full retail game of $59.99 and watch Lucas steal the 1.5 from me.
I would say that while I received this game as a Christmas present, I am almost 100% certain that Dark Souls sells for $39.99. Eugene?
Well, Lucas, take that point. This is Dark Souls Remastered, and it does sell for $39.99. Well done there.
Oh, that feels good. 4.5 points for Lucas.
Awesome. Well, I have to take a moment and get to chat because they're also playing. So it looks like Phantom got the point for Final Fantasy IX, so well done there. And it looks like that's the only person who's guessed in chat. So chat, if you want to get in on this, you can get your points too.
Real active listeners we got here.
Well, to be fair, the Brianosaurus, he said, why aren't you getting any points? Well, the Brianosaurus, just like the lottery, you can't get no points if you don't play. All right, we have 2 more games. And this one, I've been meaning to pick this one up, and I've been wanting to ask Justin if he picked this one up for reasons.
Uh-oh. Wait, can I get a score recap real quick before we do this? How many points do you have, Justin?
I have 3, and you have 4.5.
All right.
Okay, perfect. All right, so our next game is Blank, is an action game released by Taito in 1983. All alone, you must use pistols and grenades to take out a group of hostiles. You can also combat the enemy by climbing onto the blue tanks and armored vehicles on the battlefield. The Blank series has faithfully reproduced many classic arcade masterpieces.
Okay. Do we have more, or is that it?
I could give you more, but I think that's...
I've got a guess, and this is just a guess, but I don't think a game that came out in 1983 could possibly sell for more than $4.99. So that's what I'm betting on. All
right. I am going to go with the assumption that this is one of Hamster's Arcade Archives games, all of which sell for $7.99.
Oh, Justin in with the snipe. Yep, he gets it. And the extra half point. Well done, Justin. Well done.
And we are tied.
At the last round?
Yeah, seriously, right?
So we need one more.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to dig one up. Also, Phantom gets a point with that one. He got the exact price, so.
Nice job, Phantom.
Mm-hmm.
Be doing this show.
But by the way, Hamster, if you are listening to our show, because I know you are, please get the licensing rights to release Nintendo's Popeye game.
Ooh, right? Have you, slight sidetrack here, tangent, I guess. Did you pick up any of those arcade archives, and have you tried them with your flip grip?
I have picked up every Nintendo arcade game. I haven't picked up any non-Nintendo ones, although there are a couple that I am interested in. Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. Obviously, I've played with the flip grip as well as Punch Out. And yeah, I mean it's great to be able to play them basically in arcade mode.
Right.
It's a whole lot easier than turning my 55-inch TV.
You need to get a nice TV mount for that. All right, so
give a TV mount that swivels. Ooh, I want that.
Right. So, all right. Well, I have our final game. Are you gentlemen ready?
Oh yeah.
I guess.
So I picked this one not because I knew of the game, but because I thought the title was funny. So here we go. Oh no! Someone has kidnapped your little birds. You must go on an epic adventure to rescue them. Blank is a platform side-scroller game with pixel art graphics, but your hero isn't just a regular hero. You are playing a bird that can flap its tiny wings to fly and glide for limited distances. It's a retro-inspired 16-bit era game with innovative and challenging fly-glide mechanics.
You know, you play this game enough and you pick up on certain words, certain terms like retro-inspired that give you a hint as to what the cost might be.
Hang on, let me look up how much Flappy Bird is on the on the App Store.
Well, you're up first on this one, so.
All right. This this sounds like they're desperately trying to sell a crappy, cheaply made game. So I'm going to go with $2.99.
Which was going to be my guess. So I am going to have to hope that the people behind this bird game made a quality product that they are proud of. I'm going to guess $3 exactly.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, are you kids ready?
Give us the title first, and then give us the price. Keep it.
Okay, yeah, you're not wrong because the title is an important aspect of this game. So this game, which is titled Avenger Bird.
Oh, I've seen this before. It's like really buff.
Yeah.
I might be.
Oh, I gotta look this up.
I might be right.
No, actually, there's the screenshot that I'm looking at looks almost exactly like Flappy Bird, but there is this weird character that looks like a weird sheep that kind of looks buff. Anyways, this game retails for $2.30.
Dang, I should have gone low.
What a weird price.
Right? Justin for the win.
Well, I didn't get a full 1.5, but I will take my 5.5 points.
In chat.
5.5 oil checks. Plan. Yes.
In chat, the Brianosaurus would have gotten a point for that one though because he guessed $1.99, so he would have barely sniped you out, Justin.
Oh, I should have gone low. I didn't go low. I always go low.
All right, well, that was a fun game. If you enjoyed it, let us know on Twitter or in our Discord or, wherever. Just scream out your window. We'll hear it. All right, we'll be right back after these messages.
Gonna discuss a little inside baseball, but we'll talk about that in the meeting.
Yeah, that's fine. Hi, Twitch. We love you. We love you. We're
If
gonna.
you keep telling them that we love them, that's gonna stop meaning anything.
Oh.
You gotta, every now and then you gotta come in and be like,
Yeah, my
hey,
fiance
Twitch,
says the same
you're
thing.
wearing
You say
you're
this
wearing
to me
that
every day.
You're wearing that, Twitch? Really? All right, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta show them a little passive aggressive nastiness.
Right? It's like, ooh, you did that with your hair today? Mm.
I remember when you used to be pretty, Twitch.
Ooh, you didn't do your makeup? Ooh, I remember.
This is why we don't have any female listeners.
All right, we're gonna start the music and come on back. Here we go.
You've heard the amazing produced show we have. You've never seen the stuff that we actually do when we record. You can do that every Wednesday night at twitch.tv/Infendo Radio.
And we're back. So it is time to talk about the games that we've been playing because this is Change the System. I've been playing a bunch of stuff, and I think that kind of everybody has. I don't know if you have, Justin, but I don't know how we wanted to play this Change the System because, I think it's going to be rather full.
Would it be an idea to maybe kind of pass the ball around like game by game?
I like that.
Instead of one person talking for 20 minutes, we just kind of, here's one game I've been playing.
Yeah, I like that idea. So let me take the first game that I've been playing. And I think it's going to coincide with one of the games that one of my fellow co-hosts has been playing. So I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go, which means I've also been playing a lot of Pokemon Let's Go.
No way!
And pre-show, I heard little Pikachu and some Pallet Town themes and all kinds of stuff. So I know... Yeah, I know that. Also, Lucas is playing Let's Go as well. The main reason I have been playing it, though, is honestly to get my Meltan box because there's an event going on, I think till the end of the month, where it only takes 3 days to get your box, where it normally would take 7 days.
I should take advantage.
That's funny because it only took one night to get your mom's box.
Oh my God. Stop.
Oh, God. And on top of that, there is an event going on for double candy. So, like, where normally you would only get your 3 Meltan candy, you can get 6. And on top of that, if you use a pineapple, you can get 12 candy for your Meltan. So, like, it's a good time to be Meltaning.
I gotta get to the Safari Zone.
I still don't have a Meltan, so
it's fine. It's all right. You're gonna get your Meltan. You're gonna get to the Safari Zone. It's all gonna be good.
I just need to find somebody that I'm best friends with who has multiple Meltans who's willing to trade me one.
Or just get Let's Go.
Yeah.
I have Let's Go.
I could trade you a Meltan, but it's going to cost you a heck of a lot of Stardust because it's a
Oh,
shiny.
that's right. You need.
I mean, because it's a legendary rather.
No, I forget that you have to pay to trade on Pokemon Go.
Mm-hmm. But if you want one, I've got tons. I usually just trade them with Heather because plus it only lets you trade one legendary per day for some weird reason. So it's like,
I don't think that's going to be much of a problem.
Let me break up this discussion of insider trading with what I've been playing, which is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
Okay.
I was laying in my room talking to my friend, surfing Etsy as us millennials do, stuff I don't need, and I saw a bunch of Pokemon stuff, and I was like, what's a good game? Pokemon. It's a Pokemon game that's easily accessible that I can play from the beginning without really losing anything because it's kind of a throwaway game. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. So I gave Steve my rare Pokemon that I didn't want to lose, and I was like, let's just play this over from the beginning. I've been playing for about 3 days. I am currently at the SS Anne. I currently have an Ivysaur.
God, I'm not even there yet, and I've been playing the game since Christmas.
I always need an Ivysaur on my team, so I've got an Ivysaur. I have a Charmander because I don't usually use a Charmander, but I got one this time and I love him, and he's my precious child. I have a Beedrill, And I have a Rattata named Tatters, and he's like the group mascot. And he's really
Tatters. That's good.
Really looking forward to Tatters evolving. It's going to be a big moment for the entire team. But life's going good in the Pokemon world, man. It's a fun game.
It is.
Like, it feels weird not battling the Pokemon, but it just feels like a more streamlined version of what I would be doing normally anyway. You know, it's like I go to the places and I catch some Pokemon, and it's like, oh, I didn't have to lower your HP to get it. You know, oh, my experience went up automatically. That's fine. It's just, you know, I've played Pokemon Red. Like if this was a new game, I would feel a little cheated because it's like the game's going to be over in like 30 hours. But like, it's Pokemon Red. How many thousand times have I played this game? So, you know, whatever. It is what it is. It's fine. It's fun. I get to catch a Bulbasaur. How many times do you get to do that in the other games? So I'm enjoying it. I'm happy I restarted it.
I mean, I haven't been playing a whole lot of Let's Go. It's kind of one of those jump in, play for, 15 minutes on a break, and then, not play it for days. But I definitely love it. It's the Pokemon game that has got me interested in Pokemon games again. It's the Pokemon game that I'm more likely than any other to just want to play. Like, everything else has felt like a chore, but I like just how quick and easy and snappy and accessible it is. You don't have to get into battles if you don't want to. Although I'm lost right now, so that's one reason I haven't been playing it.
I always get lost. No matter which version I'm playing, or Red and Blue, always at the same point. It's always after I get and it's not really lost, it's just I kind of get boggled on what I need to do. But anyways, it's always after you get your 7th badge, and then you have to go through the Saffron Island thing or whatever, and then go fight the, or not Saffron Island, Seafoam Island, rather.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
See,
then,
I just met Bill, and I have no idea where to go next. So
you met Bill. Did you beat Misty yet?
Yes.
Then you want to go down out of the town. You'll go through a little underground tunnel, and you'll come up at Vermilion, and that will be your next stop.
Okay, so I want to keep going south the way I came into the town?
You're going to keep going south. No, you're going to go through the little house that Officer Jenny was guarding.
Oh, right. Okay.
And come out on the other side, and then you're going to go down, and there's going to be a little tunnel you can.
You know what I just found? And your rival's waiting just outside of it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yes.
And you'll head to Vermilion.
Okay. I did find my way out of there finally, but I didn't have time to actually follow it.
If either of you ever need to know the sequence for anything in Pokemon Red and Blue, just hit me up, because I played these games religiously as a child. So I know where you gotta go.
Fair enough. Yeah, and it's funny because like I was saying before, I always get not lost, but like almost stuck. It's forget
that area where you're just done and you don't want to play anymore.
Yeah,
you're in a crappy cave and you have to use strength.
Yeah, I would say the reason I stopped playing Pokemon Yellow on the 3DS was because I came to the cave where you need Flash in order to continue, and I didn't have Flash. Didn't know where to get Flash. Didn't feel like going to find Flash.
I usually just stumble through in the dark until I make my way out at this point.
Oh, God.
But in this game, actually, Eugene, and I guess we should talk about other games we've been playing, but in this game, since you get surf from the Safari Zone, you can go back to Pallet Town and then surf down to Cinnabar Island.
Oh, duh. You actually
never have to go through Seafoam unless you're looking for Articuno. So
oh, good, because I freaking hate
to
Seafoam.
Just so you know.
I didn't know you could return to or leave from Pallet Town other than like the way the game starts.
Surf down.
There's a ocean like below you. So if you have surf,
right, but I thought it was all fenced off.
Yeah, no, you can just go right down.
Is that also true, Lucas? Then in the original, that you don't have to do Seafoam if you don't want to?
I believe so, because there was nothing fencing you off, and you do get surf from the game warden. So as long as you had Fly, you could fly back to Pallet Town and
surf down. Oh,
anyway,
Justin, what have you been playing?
Next time on the Pokemon podcast.
This has kind of become the strategy corner of. Actually, I haven't really been playing very much. For some reason, I've had absolutely no attention span when I get home from work, which is when my gaming time is. I'll get home, have something to eat, watch a couple of YouTube episodes, and next thing I know, I'm falling asleep. But I have been playing some Picross. That's Picross. Um, there's no, really nothing to say about it, but it's Picross. Um,
I like Picross though.
and
It's a good
oh,
pooping game.
I love Picross. It's a great game to play when you're laying in bed trying to fall asleep but
That too.
can't because like it requires just enough focus to distract you from not being able to sleep, but not so much focus that it keeps you awake.
It's a great game to play when you're laying in bed trying to poop. And
I guess a game that I did end up putting quite a bit of time into recently was actually not on Nintendo. I played Batman Arkham Knight for about 2 hours the other night, and and I am like invested in the story of this game now because I just was exposed to the Arkham Knight, and so it started the whole mystery of who is he, and I have my own theories. For the love of God, do not spoil it for me, anybody, because I think I know who
this
the
is
Arkham
your first
Knight
time
is.
through?
But,
Okay, all right.
is Arkham Knight the third one? No, that's Arkham Origins.
fourth. Origins was the third.
Oh yeah, I always forget
Arkham
about
Knight is
Origins.
the one I can't play because I don't have the system for it, I believe.
You have a Wii U.
It was on Wii U? Arkham
Yep.
Knight?
Yep. No, Knight was not. Origins was.
Yeah, I have Origins. Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm talking about Knight.
Yeah, no, Knight only came out on PS4 and Xbox One and probably PC, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Arkham Knight was one of the reasons I wanted an Xbox One because I've been wanting to play that game since it came out. And
I think I saw that one on sale recently too. Did you grab it on that sale?
Oh yeah, it was the full game plus all of the DLC for $10.
Yeah, it was like a steal.
I'm like, I am not passing this up, and I mean, I would have paid $20 for it. So like, I've actually built up a pretty decent library of Xbox One games just on the sales alone.
And the games with gold, do you download those every month?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not all of them, but I'll download the ones I'm interested in. I was very happy that Far Cry 2 and Saints Row 2 have both been released on games with gold because those are both two of my favorite Xbox 360 games. And I've actually played quite a bit of Saints Row 2 the other night as well. And let's see, I got Red Dead Redemption 2 and Sea of Thieves, which I haven't even played yet. But I got those with the system.
I did. I was going to say, did you get Sea of Thieves with Game Pass? But no, it sounds like it came with your system.
Yeah, it came pre-installed on the system or came with a download code or whatever it was. And then it was a GameStop bundle that included a download code for Red Dead Redemption 2. I have Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Xbox One, but since I don't know of any way to transfer my save from the PS3 to the Xbox One, I have not really played it because I don't want to play through the story again. So I got it because I linked my Twitch account to Amazon and got basically the game for free. I also got Mortal Kombat XL when that was on sale around Christmas time. So Mortal Kombat X plus all of its DLC for $15 was another, deal I couldn't refuse.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good deals.
It makes me
or whatever.
It makes me sad. I'm sorry I don't have very many games to talk about, but as long as we're on the topic, it makes me sad that Nintendo really does not do sales the way Sony and Microsoft do, because
I think Microsoft does it right. Like I've seen Sony sales, but the way that Microsoft does it, and they give you away the free games every month, like it's great.
Like I mean, I kind of get, Nintendo's bread and butter are their first party games, and those will continue to sell no matter what. So I kind of get that they don't want to reduce the price very often or give them away for free. But like even like third party, like except for Ubisoft, most of the third party companies don't do any decent sales on the Switch. And then all of the sales on the Switch are shovelware for the most part. So that really sucks. And like it's been a while since I've checked the PlayStation Store, but there's a lot. I mean, if you're interested in those kind of games, PlayStation's always got some good sales going. But hopefully, as this Nintendo paid online thing progresses and evolves, we will eventually, get maybe some better sales that are more in line with what the other companies are offering.
Are you still mad that you haven't seen as good of a sale on Ukulele as you've seen on Steam?
Kind of. Well, I mean, around Christmas time, Ukulele was $28, I believe,
true.
on the eShop, which that was a decent sale. Well, no, actually, I think it was less than that, but I think it was about $25, which was a decent sale. But I mean, still, yeah. I mean, Steam was practically giving it away for $15. I think even $11 at one point.
Right. Well,
but
I'm gonna take next then on one of the games that I've been playing. So I think I talked about this a bit last week, but I have continued to play a new game, not on the Nintendo Switch, unfortunately. Hopefully, it'll come there eventually.
This is a game I'm going to want to play with you at some point because I heard another podcast raving about it.
Yeah, it's great. It's called Apex Legends. It's the new game by Respawn. It's an EA game. It's got loot boxes, but people don't seem to care. It's really freaking good.
And for those of you who don't know, Respawn is made up of former Infinity Ward developers, so the people who made Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, you know what you're getting there. Like you're getting your Call of Duty-esque first-person shooting. It's fast. It feels really good.
The good Call of Duties.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's a really, really good game. I mean, it's your standard, battle royale. You jump off of a whatever and you fall down. But I think I mentioned this last week, and I'm starting to find a lot more things of it. There are just a lot of really smart things that Respawn have done, like a lot of quality of life improvements that a lot of these other games haven't done yet. So, for example, I really, really, really like that not only are you matched up as a team, but like when you're jumping out of the unit or whatever, there's this thing called a jump master. So the one person on your group is designated as the jump master, and all three of you guys will jump out at the same time with the jump master, and the jump master kind of guides you as to where you're going to land. So that kind of mitigates a lot of like, oh, damn, Steve jumped way the hell over here. We got to go half the map away to go find him. But that doesn't mean that you can't go off and, do your own thing. If you like hold, I think it's like the X button or whatever on the Xbox. If you hold one of the buttons, you can break away from the jump master and, jump off your own if you feel like being a jerk. But another thing that really is great about this game that encourages teamwork is that there's just a lot of buttons that there's a dedicated button that will basically ping your teammate, and there's
this is what they were talking about on the podcast I was listening to.
Right, and there's a lot of, literally, I think hundreds of voice lines just about basically every little thing. So like you can point at like ammo and it'll say, hey, there's shotgun ammo over here, and like your teammates will hear that obviously, and then they can go and get the shotgun ammo. Or hey, there's like a level. I hate
talking to people in video games, so
right.
It's a way it can communicate with teammates without having to actually talk to them.
Right, yeah. So it's really brought in a really awesome aspect of teamwork to this game because it's important. Like you can't play this game without a squad. So, I think that they've done really, really cool things with that I think like, your Fortnites and your PUBGs of the world could bring into it. But I think probably the best thing, well, maybe not the best thing. There's a lot of really good things about this game, but one of the really cool things about this game that that a lot of battle royale games don't do is there is a way to respawn your teammates if they die. So like you basically grab their flag or whatever, and then you can take them back to like there's a bunch of different respawn points throughout the map, and you can go there, and then if you have your teammate's flag, you could respawn them and they can come back. It's not like they're gonna have to wait 20 minutes for the match to end. There is a chance that you can bring them back.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they're doing Battle Royale the right way. Like, one of the things that disappointed me, I'd never played a Battle Royale game before Fortnite. One of the things that kind of annoyed me about Fortnite was I assumed that it was like basically a time-based death match with lots and lots of people, not that you die and you're done.
Right.
So like the idea of actually being able to come back, having that chance to come back, really, like, there's so much about this game that appeals to me. And a little pimping one of the podcasts I listen to, This Nintendo Life, and they were the ones talking about it. And as they were talking about it, I pulled out my phone and went to the Xbox app and like pushed the download to my Xbox, because I'm like, I have to try this game. And then I saw that you were playing it. I'm like, oh, good. I've already got somebody I can play it with. So
yeah,
tonight or some future night, we're gonna have to hop on and play it.
Yeah, it's really good. I enjoy it a lot. I still like well, I'll talk about it later because on the next game I talk about. But I still like another Battle Royale game slightly better. However,
which I probably also have.
Right, yeah, that's true. But I do like a lot of the things that this game is doing. Like, truly, it really is going to move the genre forward. And it's blowing up the world, man. Like 25 million downloads, I think, in like the first week or something like that. That's incredible.
That's what happens when you release your game for free.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, you put your little free-to-play hooks in. Like, I might not pay for them, but somebody will. I just hope it comes to Switch, because I think I mentioned last week as well, when you're downloading the game, you can actually play it before it's ready. There's HD download. There's like HD assets that are downloading in the background. So I'm thinking, like, if maybe they didn't bring the HD assets over, they can maybe get it to run correctly on the Switch. I don't know, but it'd be really nice.
I mean, so much of this stuff is optimizable. I think that's a word. Now that, I mean, like, if you can get these games running on older PCs, you can get them running on a Switch, because so many of these game engines, are just on sliders. Okay, the system can only handle this much. All right, well, we'll tone it down a little bit.
Although the thing that I don't know, and I'd have to do more research on this. So since this is a Respawn game, I know that their old like Call of Duty engines used to run on like Source. So I wonder if it's running on like a Source engine, which might not be compatible with Switch yet. But I'd have to do more research on that.
We'll find out soon enough if we happen to get Overwatch.
Yeah, right. All right, well, I'm going to pass the baton. Who wants to talk about some games that they've been playing?
Well, I've been
playing.
I've
talked about all the games I've been playing. So.
I've been playing a Battle Royale as well, in the form of Tetris 99.
I was hoping somebody was going to talk about that game.
I did play one match of that. That was
I'm sure both of you talked about this plenty in the last episode.
Mostly Lucas, or mostly Steve, but yes.
Mostly Lucas. Steve must be much better at it than me, because the best I've ever done was the first night I played. I got into 7th place.
Oh, wow.
These days, I find it difficult to hit top 10. Like, I'm lucky if I get through like 25. It's hard, man. Like, it's like you would think that you would be able to, like, if not win, like get into like the top few places every now and then. But it's hard. There's some really good Tetris players out there. And I don't think I've always played a very slow Tetris.
Sure.
When I play by myself, I usually don't use the like quick drop and stuff that you need to use like competitively. So there's obviously like a learning curve there. And it's a lot of fun and I'm enjoying it, but it's a frustrating game. Every now and then you'll get into a match and you'll just be targeted by like 5 people right off the bat. So, you'll switch target all your attackers to try to deter, but it doesn't always deter. And
okay, so
like you're in like 80th place and you just get swamped with blocks.
There's a meta there though. So like if you're selecting target all attackers,
then they're selecting target all attackers.
Then you're just like
they're going to I know. So sometimes I'll switch back and forth to see if I you're right. There's absolutely a meta game. There's a whole big, and you never know if somebody's playing with the idea that they're attacking, or if they're ignoring the attacker,
or if they're targeting their individual person by themselves, because you can do that as well. So
you
it's
wanna, Wait, you can target an individual, or
with the left,
with the left stick. Yeah.
So I know you can target the person who is in this place or that place.
Target any person on the map that you want to. Yeah.
Wow.
So I've kind of taken to trying to find the guy who's not really paying attention to who he's attacking, just going for him. And then as the game goes on, I'll usually
That'd be me.
Yeah, and then as the game goes on, I'll try to switch to KOs. And, try to clear the board so I can get a higher place. But it's tricky, man. I'm hoping that at some point they allow you to play with friends. I'd love to play against like Steve and Phantom and stuff and see how that works. But it's a good game. When I saw the announcement, I was like, how pathetic they brought Battle Royale to Tetris. But I played it and it's like, okay,
I get it. Yeah,
I'm a fan.
And I'm hoping we get Dr. Mario 99.
Oh my God, right? That'd be so
Or
great.
Mean Machine, man. Just give me
So,
that
did you guys notice that this
fan.
game was? It looks like it was made by Nintendo, right? So
I think Eureka, the company that made the last couple of Dr. Mario games, is the developer of this.
Can we talk for a second about how it incorporates the Nintendo Online service? Because I actually thought that was really interesting. This is another thing they're sprinkling in to say, hey, you buy Nintendo Online in addition to the NES Online. Now you also get Tetris 99. I'm sure in a few months they'll have another game, and they're slowly trying to, I think, build up an appeal where it's like,
that's kind of what
just online.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Another wrinkle to that too is that perhaps they're using this as a test fire of sorts to see like how the massive multiplayer with 100 people would work on different type of games. Like maybe we're gonna get Splatoon Battle Royale. I don't know.
That would be fun. That would be fun. My friend.
Can we get a Four Swords Battle Royale?
Oh God, that would be so
The Legend
amazing.
of Zelda 99 Swords.
100 links drop into a Hyrule.
Wow.
Oh man!
by the
Why
way,
did you say that? I want that.
Tetris 99 is developed by Eureka and published by Nintendo. So this is definitely all internal. It's been a while since Nintendo. Well, I guess Nintendo has self-published most of their Tetris games. Because I know that they lost the exclusive rights to Tetris years and years and years ago, and then it was a while before Nintendo saw a Tetris game on their system. But
yeah, because they lost the exclusive right around Tetris Attack, I want to say, because then
they lost exclusivity after they kept calling every single puzzle game that came out Tetris, whether it had anything to do with Tetris or not.
That's
so they kind
also
of did
true.
that to themselves. But
yeah, that's also true. Tetrasphere, my lord, there's a bunch of garbage in that mess.
I have that game.
Well,
I also have the the new Tetris, the 4-player Tetris on Nintendo 64.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
It's not very easy. I have some rare N64 games. I really should
I do too. GoldenEye's pretty good, and
so
so is Perfect Dark. Those are good rare games.
I was about to make that same joke with Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie.
All right, but how many of y'all have Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut?
Not me.
Mario
Does
Party
anybody
1.
have anything else non-Tetris, or are we moving on to our next
I
one?
have a few other games I want to talk
Hit it.
about.
Go ahead. Why don't you take
All right.
the next one then?
Okay, so I'm gonna glaze right over this one because Persona
Never
3,
mind,
Persona 4, Persona 5. I've been playing them all. I'm almost done with
Gosh.
Persona 5. I'm like 88 hours.
Wait, like
in.
simultaneously? How are you keeping the story straight?
I started 3.
Probably because the stories are absolute nonsense anyway.
3 is very. Oh no, my friend. 3 is very basic. Like 5 is heady, and 5 is like you're focused on it, and 5 is what's gonna happen next. 3 is like super old.
Are
So
you
the
playing?
Story is very flat, very easy to follow. Go ahead.
What console are you playing all these
Station
on?
3.
Okay. Have you played Persona 4 yet?
Yep.
I like that one. I played the Golden Edition, I think on the Vita.
I can't play the Golden Edition because I don't have the Vita, so I'm playing the PS2 Classic. But here's the thing: each one is getting better, is what I'm learning. 3 is cool, but it's very old, very clunky. The voice acting is really bad. It is what it is. It's a cool game. I'm looking forward to getting through it, but I'm not expecting anything great out of it. I already know how it ends. 4 is really cool. It's a murder mystery. I like the characters. It's a little
4 is
old.
great.
It's a 2012 game, so it's not perfect. The voice acting is all right, but not, it's passable. 5 is immaculate, man. 5 is like the
I need to get that game.
I love it so much. I'm going to be playing the new game plus because I want to get the true ending, and I love everything about it. But this is all kind of leading up to the fact that in May, Persona Q2 comes to the 3DS. And I would like to know as much about the series as I can before I get to play what is essentially Etrian Odyssey with Persona characters. So this is me educating myself for that.
Dang, I did not realize you were going that deep into
I'm
series.
in, man. Persona. Okay, so Smash Bros got me into it all, but that one thing just like piled me in, and I'm totally on board, dude.
Nice. So you would still say then that 5 is your favorite?
5 is the best. There's I would say undeniably 5 is the best. Phantom might disagree with me. He's had some good things to say about 4, but I think it's a really solid game all the way around. So, and they all borrow from each other. Like even the placement of characters is identical. Like you meet the magician character first, and he's always got like a crush on some character that becomes unresolved. And then you meet the lover's character, and that's always the female lead. And then you meet this. It's like they follow the same like
That's
storytelling arc. But, well, and they're all based on like tarot cards. Like all their personalities are like drawn from traditional like tarot card meanings and stuff. But like it's always like the same kind of thing. But it's interesting just seeing how each game does it like themselves. So I've got a new series that I really like. I'm a fan.
And Phantom agrees with you, actually. He says 5 is the best.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I think just objectively, I think it's just like far superior. Like it's a really solid game on every front. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing the ending. I'm in the last area, so that'll be fun. Do you have something else you want to talk about? Because I only have one other game that I've been playing.
I do. Justin, I don't know if you had anything before I get into mine.
I mean, I'll check my play history while you're talking, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Batman is the game that I've played the most all week. I couldn't find my Switch until Friday night, so...
So I'll be brief on this one, but I have been playing PUBG again. A lot. Actually, since I downloaded Apex, I've been wanting to play PUBG more. And yeah, it's funny, right? So I didn't re-download it, but I re-updated, I guess, on the Xbox One, because I hadn't updated my Xbox One version of that, and I've gotten back into it. It's actually gotten really good since the last time I played it. It seems to run a lot better. It's a lot faster. There's a lot less jank. So I've actually been playing a lot on the Xbox One and been abandoning the PC mostly because, with the Xbox I can play in bed. If given the opportunity, I will play PUBG on PC. Absolutely, it's better there. But man, that game is still so good. It doesn't matter what mode I'm playing. If I'm playing in solo or squad, it doesn't matter what map I'm playing on. Although I don't really like the desert map that much, but it's all right. I really like the new snow map. It's fantastic. There's like a dinosaur park in it. That's like my favorite place to land. I always start in the dinosaur park every time.
Good to know.
So yeah, PUBG is still great. I didn't realize, but it is selling a lot on console. So it just recently came out on the PlayStation 4, and it sold a ton there. So there's a lot of people playing PUBG, even though that Apex and Fortnite are kind of the hot stuff. I guess PUBG is actually really big, not in the United States. So I don't know.
Nice. Unfortunately, my favorite esport is dying. So.
Part of why it might be more popular outside of the United States is I know Europe has a lot of restrictions on loot boxes and stuff like that. So it's possible stuff like Fortnite and Apex have a hard time getting through in Europe.
Well, and it's not bargy. They have pub right in the name. So.
Yeah, right. And although there are loot boxes in PUBG now, and I almost bought one, but I won't do it. I just will not do it. And I don't think that PUBG is already a paid game. It's $30, so I don't feel like I need to do it.
Right. A little sketch.
Which is my issue with Rocket League.
Which is the game I was talking about that is doing very poorly in terms of viewership across the world. Unfortunately, it's an esport that looks like it's going, south, which really bums me out because it's a solid game, man.
But yeah, that's enough PUBG. Lucas, why don't you take us with your last game?
I have one other game that I've been playing, and it is a non-traditional game. It is an EV Tamagotchi.
Oh, yeah!
I do have a couple of games to talk about when you're done.
So my friend Zaya is huge into the Tamagotchis, and she was talking about her Eevee one a while ago, and I was like, "It came out!" I was like, "I need this." It's fun, man. I looked up all the little ways they can evolve and stuff. I'll be at work and I'll be sitting in the living room, and all of a sudden I'll hear the little Tamagotchi beep, and I'll like run to the kitchen to feed it because it's hungry. It's nice. I never really did the Tamagotchi thing much as a kid, so I'm enjoying having it as an adult.
I kind of wish the Pokeball Plus had more interactive features like that.
Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a very limited experience. It's still a Tamagotchi, you know. It's not gonna blow you away, but it's fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what evolution I get first. I'm trying for something specific, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. I purposefully hatched my Eevee at a certain time of day. That can lead to a specific evolution.
All right, so sell me on this, because I remember Tamagotchis back in the day, and they were really basic. So what's new in the Tamagotchi world these days?
Not a whole lot. So you're still doing the same basic thing. You can feed it a meal. You can feed it a snack. There are 2 little mini games you can play with that involve hitting the buttons in a particular order and either catching things or doing like a dance with the Eevee and stuff. You feed the Eevee at a certain time. The Eevee goes to bed, and you should turn off the lights so it can sleep and not be a jerk to you in the morning like mine was. But the core thing, I think the core gimmick is that it evolves after a certain amount of time. So there's like some that you can find, like the stones by playing the mini game. You can get like specific ones by, if you treat it really crappy, you get like the Team Rocket costume for your Eevee, and that's like an evolution. There's a Ditto Eevee if you don't like feed it for 3 days or something like that. But
so wait, would the Team Rocket one be like Raketion or something?
Team Rocket Eevee you get by letting it, I believe you get it by letting it sleep, but by not turning off the light. So you're basically torturing it for like 3 days, and then it just evolves. But no, it's one of those things that, like,
okay.
if you're interested in the novelty of it, or if you happen to be a big Tamagotchi fan and you just want one, like, pick it up. If you're just like a casual Pokemon fan and you're like, I wonder what all the hype's about, probably skip it, because you're not gonna get too much out of it. But I'm definitely happy with it. I'm enjoying.
I just have to say, I hope Shanazzi's still listening, because torturing virtual pets used to be one of his favorite pastimes.
Well, now you can get rewarded for it, buddy. So get on the bandwagon.
Nice. So how you've had it for a few days then, right?
Yeah, a few days now.
Nice. I've been
the only virtual pet I ever got into was Seaman.
Oh yeah, God, I remember those I didn't have a Dreamcast, but I remember that.
Oh, I had a Dreamcast. I had it on the Dreamcast. I remember bringing my Dreamcast to my girlfriend's house. She lived 100 miles away, because I went over for the weekend, and I didn't want to leave my Seaman over the weekend and not be able to take care of him. So I did get hooked on the virtual pet thing, but Seaman, pardon the pun, but Seaman's a whole different monster.
Well, all right, Justin, you said you had some games to talk about, so what you got for us?
Yeah, so I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I lost my Switch from about...
Oh, yeah!
And it turns out it was
Friday.
Under the couch.
No, it was on the couch and under a pile of crap on the couch.
Wow.
But anyway, so I didn't have my Switch for most of last week, so I had to find alternative gaming things. One of the things I ended up playing with for the first time in a while is my NES Classic. And I found myself on Doki Doki Panic again, and I beat it once. The thing about Doki Doki Panic that's different than Super Mario Bros. 2 is you actually have to beat the game as all 4 characters.
Huh.
So, and one of the things I'm doing to kind of change up the way I'm playing is when I come to a level with a warp zone, I flip a coin to decide whether I'm going to do the warp zone or not. So each character is taking a different path, and then when I start the game, I randomly kind of scroll through the 4 characters to decide which one I'm going to play as. So I could start on World 7 with the I guess it's his main character's girlfriend, not sister, but as the teenage female character, or I could end up at the very, very beginning first level as the father character. So
how I've played Doki Doki Panic, but I've never beaten it. So is Wart still the final boss?
yes.
Okay.
The game is essentially identical. There are a few sprites that are changed. There are a few sound effects that are changed. The music doesn't have quite as long of loops. Koji Kondo extended the loops, added kind of B sections to all the music for Super Mario Brothers 2. So there are minor differences, but gameplay wise and enemy wise, that's almost entirely identical. Well, all right, let me rephrase that. Wart is the final boss, but he's not named Wart. He's named Mamu, which
is
by the way, is the name of the frog character in Link's Awakening who looks suspiciously like Wart, which is, where that comes from. The other game I played on my NES Classic was Castlevania, because after playing the bloodstained whatever of the whatever on the Xbox One, I thought, all right, I need to actually find out what Castlevania is all about, because I've never played a Castlevania game ever in my life, and here I have this system that has two of them on it, and so I popped in the original and played part of the way through the first level. I was actually trying.
It's a process trying to get through those games, man.
Well, and which is why I debated starting with Castlevania 1 or Castlevania 4, because Castlevania 4 is a remake of Castlevania 1, but with kind of improved. No, like it is like straight up a remake of the original.
Are you talking about Super Castlevania?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It like the first level is kind of the same, but like after that, it's not really.
Oh well, the Retronauts or not Retronauts, the SNES Works episode of it said it's pretty much a remake.
There are similarities, but like there's like whole levels that are not found in the.
I guess it's a remake in that, in the same way Zero Mission is a remake of the original Metroid.
Sure.
It's the same story, it's the same scenario, the same characters, but told in a more modern gameplay setting.
Yeah, I guess when I think of Castlevania, I don't really think story until I think of Symphony of the Night. So like when I was just thinking of like the actual level design. Like the first level is basically the same as the NES, but then it kind of varies from there. You should play that one though. It is really good.
Well, and with the NES Classic, of course, you have the save states, so I can go back and correct mistakes without having to die over and over and over and over and over again. But it's not as janky as I expected for an early NES game. And returning to Jeremy Parrish's YouTube series, in his NES Works episode on it, he said that Castlevania was one of the first NES games that really kind of proved the system could do more than these, like arcade ports and kind of pointless button mashing games. Like Castlevania was one of the first like real epics of the platform. So
yeah, it used Mode 7 a lot in a couple of the levels. So like that, Mode 7 is the well, I'm sure rotating thing.
Like the rotation and scaling and everything. I mean, I was playing the NES original though, so I didn't have any of that. But yeah, and it, like I said, it wasn't quite as awkward and broken as I expected, and I'll probably play it all the way through eventually. I mean, it's only like 3 or 4 hours, and especially with save states, it'll probably take even less than that.
It's hard though. That's the problem. I guess with save states you can get around that, but it is freaking hard.
Oh yeah. Donkey Kong Country 2, like I've beaten that game before. Never beat the apps like the real final boss in the Lost World before playing on the Super NES Classic, but playing through the Donkey Kong Country games on the Super NES Classic has been a lifesaver because like those are hard games.
Yeah.
So and that's one of the things I love about having these. I also bought and have not even opened yet a PlayStation Classic for the sole purpose of hacking it, and because Walmart had them on sale for $40, I'm like, for $40 I'm going to get one of these, because you're basically saying for half the price of a Super NES Classic you're getting this basically similar thing with just as many PlayStation games on it, plus it's just as hackable. So hopefully I will have some time to hack that, or at least play it as is, and give you a report on that next week. But yeah, so with the absence of my Switch last week, I played a lot of non-Switch games, but I got in some NES games, I got in some Xbox games, and some DS, and actually with Link's Awakening remake coming out later this year, I am seriously tempted to try again to get through the Oracle games on the Game Boy Color, because I was going to replay Link's Awakening DX, and then when they announced the remake, I'm like, well, that's just going to feel like too much like I'm playing the same game that I just beat. So if I play the Oracle games, it's a similar experience, but one that I haven't had in like 15 years. So
getting through the Oracle games was a really fun part of my like Zelda quest last year. So I would recommend them. They play really well together, and they play particularly well together if you start with Seasons and then play Ages, because the difficulty naturally kind of scales.
Yeah.
When you start with Ages, you get all the like really heady puzzles right off the bat, and it becomes kind of tedious.
Mm-hmm.
See, and when I played it back in the day on the actual Game Boy Color, I started with Ages because I knew it was more puzzle heavy. And then I figured, Seasons would feel easier because, the combat's just,
definitely
press this button when you at the right time. So I'm actually.
Does anybody miss Capcom doing Zelda games?
Yeah.
I'd have them back.
Not really.
Oh
No,
they
were good games.
They were well-made games, but I feel like they were kind of the black sheep of the Zelda stories. Like they always felt a little off to me.
In my opinion, they were the top-down Zelda games that I actually liked over like A Link to the Past is fine, but like I don't know. I got more mileage out of those games.
I mean, I will
feel a little black sheepish, and there was something kind of welcome about that,
Well, and with Flagship developing them, they did have much more elaborate stories than most of Nintendo's internally made games. So that was certainly appealing. But yeah, like it always felt like they were trying to make a Zelda game, but didn't have enough people who had actually played them. So it was like, hey, this is a character that's in Zelda. Let's put this here, but not really in the context it's supposed to be here. Like, Tingle being everywhere.
Right.
And, here's a game that takes place in Hyrule, but Hyrule doesn't have, like, most of the identifiable locations that every other version of Hyrule has. And, but...
Yeah, but I thought they were pretty in their element when they went to Holodrum and Laverna, and they had, Koumi at the end, and I don't know.
They're definitely good games. Like functionally, they are solid games that play well, and story take or leave. They're definitely worth playing. They're probably more, in my opinion, they're more worth playing than the DS games.
I think those games would be better served, even though I like Link's Awakening better, but I think they would be better served as a remake than Link's Awakening, because those games in particular had you swapping items around like crazy. So like
I do prefer those games actually, and I think you could do a lot of cool stuff with that if you decided to make like Oracle of Seasons a 3DS game, maybe, and Oracle of Ages like a Switch game or something like that.
Hey.
Maybe kind of take this idea of kind of cross play again, or I don't know, something could be interesting there.
I don't know. I'd rather see them just as long as they've got the game engine anyway, I'd rather see them come out either as DLC or a sequel to the Link's Awakening remake. Just repurpose that game engine and
I'm
just
enjoy that because again, the Oracle games did it for me, especially Ages. Like
I'm
Season
just not-
was kind of weird to me as a kid, but time travel, that's fun.
I'm just not sure how much Nintendo owns of those games because, again, Flagship developed them and they came up with the stories and the original characters in them. So it could be another situation kind of like Super Mario RPG where, yeah, it's a Nintendo game and yeah, it's a Nintendo-owned franchise, but we let this other company make it, so there are certain things we can't use without their permission.
Sure. I'm not sure what the rights are there because I don't know that we've seen anything with Minish Cap either, right? Because that was the other
Right.
one.
Yeah, like Vadi, I think, is exclusively a Capcom used character, isn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I believe. I mean, did they do all the Four Swords games?
Yes.
Then yeah.
Well, wait. Four Swords Adventures, I think, was internally developed.
I'm
so
pretty sure
maybe-
that was it's Capcom.
It did have Vadi, so
Pretty sure it was
Okay.
Capcom, if I remember correctly, because they did
Hang
the
on.
original Four Swords that was in the Game Boy Advance Link to the Past thing. Remember, it was like a special thing in that, and I think that's why they brought Four Swords. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
Wikipedia exists for a reason. Give me a moment.
Well, while you're
Okay.
looking that up, I'm going to talk about what I've been.
Four
Four
Swords Adventures was developed by Nintendo EAD. Capcom had nothing to do with it.
this is a long change the system. What you got, Eugene?
Well, I've only got one more, and this one
And I'm
is
done.
this one is an old classic. It's standed the test of time for years and years and years. I've been playing a game called Book. I've been reading the Game of Thrones series because that's coming back on TV. So we watched the entire thing already, all 6 seasons. And then now I'm kind of waiting for April. So I was like, well, I've got these old books sitting over here, so I'm reading through it. So I just finished Game of Thrones. I'm going to be starting on the second book next. I can't remember which one the title of that one is called. But yeah, they're good. I think there's 4 of them right now, and then Homeboy's been writing the 5th one for like 10 years, so hopefully that comes out soon. But yeah, Book, it's great. Everybody should check out Book. It's fantastic. Okay, well, we did it. We changed all the systems. We changed into a system that only had paper, but that's fine. We're going to move out of this segment and move on into the end of the show. But before we do that, we're going to tell you folks where you can find all the things that we're doing and what we're all about. So make sure that you go to infendo.com and you do all the things from there. You can join our Discord. You can buy a shirt. Buy a towel if you want. There's all kinds of stuff in our merch shop. But yeah, do all the things on Infendo.com. You can follow me at Infendo Eugene on Twitter. You can also follow at Infendo on Twitter and then be notified of all the things like when the Twitch live stream goes live and all that kind of fun stuff. Justin, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at InfendoJustin. Yeah, I'm not even going to pimp Utilidor. It's kind of floating at the top of the tank right now. I got to poke it with a stick and make sure it's still moving.
Feed your fish, man.
I know. I've got a blog in the chamber. I'm just waiting to pull the trigger on it.
Fair enough. Well, all right. Lucas, where can the people find you and everything you're doing?
You can find me on my website, chromatichu.com, and on my Twitter, at chromatichu. I am attempting to get into the habit of live streaming my game design sessions every Friday night. I have not yet accomplished that habit, but I am trying to make it a goal. So if I do, I might be updating my website with some kind of widget or something that links to the live stream, so it would be easier to find. But stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter. I'll try to message that out if and when I start doing it. So
Nice.
That's something. That's kind of all I've got to say.
Fair enough. Awesome. Well, I'll step in for Steve. He won't be here this week or next. Obviously he's not here this week, but he's here in spirit. Make sure that you're following him on Twitter at Gentis1. You should probably also follow at Gentis4. I think he's a cool dude too. All right. Well, we are gonna get out of here. It's been a night. We will see y'all next week. So have a good one until we see you all again. Mwah! Bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Twitch. We love you, all, one and all. Thanks for joining us live. Show ending. All right, well, I'm going to take us off Twitch. Thanks again, guys. We appreciate you being here with us live. See ya.
For watching.